Hey jazz players, today I want to talk about why the pentatonic scale is actually a trap and you're probably not aware of it. If you're using the pentatonic scale, I'm sure you've been asking someone, what are the notes I can play to play over a standard, like for example, Fly Me to the Moon? And then someone came up with the idea and told you, oh, just use the pentatonic scale. You can play the pentatonic scale over everything, over every chord in Fly Me to the Moon. And yes, that's actually true, but we're going to discover here today why it's actually a trap. Okay, let's have a look at Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon, we have these chord changes here. It's a 32 bar form, and actually almost every chord in this 32 bar form is a chord from the key of C major. And when we want to play over Fly Me to the Moon, yes, we can use the pentatonic scale. What we actually have is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. So that's C, D, E, G, A, and then again the C. And these are the 5 notes we have. That's why it's called the pentatonic scale, because it has 5 scales. But when we play the pentatonic scale, there are 2 notes that are missing. That's the F, that's the 4th, and it's also the B, that's the 7th. So we are missing 2 notes. These are the 2 notes we're missing. And with the pentatonic scale and these 2 notes I just played for you, it's the normal major scale. Okay, now I want to show you why it's actually a trap. Now I want to show you why it's actually a trap and why you're missing important harmonic information if you don't use the F and the B. I'm gonna now play a little bit of a solo of Fly Me to the Moon with the normal scale, where I include the B and the F. So what is the reason I'm saying when you play just with the pentatonic scale, you're actually not transporting the correct information, or there is a lot of harmonic information missing? Now, when we have a look at the 2-5-1, the 2-5-1 is one of the most important jazz chord progressions ever. And when we want to play it proper 2-5-1, as we have it in Fly Me to the Moon, we need the B and we need the F, because they are actually the 2 notes that transport the most harmonic information. So if you want to move the chord progression forward, and if you want to communicate what you're actually doing over these chord progressions, you have to play the F and the B. This is just a segment of Fly Me to the Moon. It's 4 bars, it's a 2-5-1, and then leading back to the 2-5-1. And I want to show you how it sounds like when you play with the F and the B. And now I play the very same chord sequence, and I'm just playing with the pentatonic scale. So as you could hear, there is a lot of information that is missing, and it just sounds way less coverful, and everything sounds a little bit different. So whether it's a 2 chord or a 5 chord or a 1 chord, it just sounds like a little bit of a pentatonic scale. So what I'm going to do now is I play a little bit more of Fly Me to the Moon just using the pentatonic scale. This is how this sounds like. And now I play the very same using all the notes from C major. You could hear that there is a difference. Maybe you want to play back a little bit, but you can hear that there is a difference between the two colors and what the harmonic information is, how I move through the chords. Now the next step and the last step, but this is going to be part of a different video, is actually when I introduce just two notes that are not from the key of C. It's going to be the B flat and the G sharp. Then I can even show more colors. Is it a good idea to learn the pentatonic scale? Yes, absolutely. But are you giving away a lot of colors by not using the two notes that are missing? Yes, also absolutely. So what you want to do is get used with the pentatonic scale, but then pretty soon start to improvise with the whole major scale, because the F and the B in C major are two absolutely crucial notes, and you will never be able to communicate the harmonic information in a chord sequence like Fly Me to the Moon without playing the B and the F. Follow for more. There is going to be more on this channel in the future, so don't get lost and keep up the good work.